He really does have a fat ass, doesn't he? Anyway, this video is about the derivation of Euler's formula with the Taylor series. We know that the Taylor series expansion for e to the x is the sum from k equals 0 to infinity of x to the k over k factorial, where x is our variable. And because x is a variable, an exponent, that means I can just substitute in I theta, which is in the Euler's formula, e to the I theta equals cosine theta plus I sine theta. And so when I do that, I get e to the I theta equals the sum from the k equals 0 to infinity of I theta to the power of k over k factorial. Nothing really changed. It's still the same math, but it allows us to derive Euler's formula. And when I do that, I get 1 plus I theta over the quantity I theta squared over 2 factorial plus the quantity I theta cubed over 3 factorial plus I theta quantity to the power of 4 over 4 factorial plus quantity I theta to the power of 5 factorial. This is infinite. It goes on for infinity. It's an infinite sum. That's why infinity is in the upper limit. I don't think it's a limit. Anyway, we know that I equals root negative 1, and we can keep multiplying I by itself to get I squared negative 1, I cubed negative I to the power of 4, 1, I to the power of 5, I, which is just root negative 1. And so continuing on, we get 1 plus I theta minus theta squared over 2 factorial minus I theta cubed over 3 factorial plus theta to the power of 4 over 4 factorial plus I theta to the power of 5 over 5 factorial continued. But how did I do that? What I did was I expanded the brackets. Look at that. You expand I to the power of 2, you get negative 1. That's why there's a negative over there. And so when I take the real and imaginary parts of these, I can do something special. Look at this. This is the Taylor series expansion for cosine theta. It's the exact same thing as the real part of the infinite sum of e to the I theta. And look at this. The imaginary part, all these units containing I, is just the Taylor series expansion for sine theta. Look at this. Theta minus theta cubed over 3 factorial plus theta 5 over 5 factorial continued until Conquest's fat ass. I mean, it's really just black Omni-Man. Anyway, this is all multiplied by I, which is why our Euler's formula, where is it? Over here is cosine theta plus I sine theta. It's not cosine theta plus sine theta. This entire quantity is being multiplied by I. And so that's really about it. See ya. Like, subscribe. I want views. I want more subscribers. I currently have 5, which are just my 5 alternative accounts. Bye.